All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode. Hey, I'm gonna be trying something that I saw Steve Wallace do at Camping with Steve. He did a tent inside a tent. It looked like Steve had a whole lot of fun with it and it was entertaining, so what do you say? Let's give it a shot. All right, I gotta stomp down this area a little bit. Ooh, man, that takes it out of you. I think a lot of you guys have been calling that the bomb shuffle. I hope you guys still like that. I'm having fun with it. All right, let's get this tent set up. So we're gonna be using an ice shelter just like Steve did, but this one is from Nordic Legend. It's a new ice shelter. It's their Explorer series, so I'm excited to see how it works. What's nice about these is they're super easy to put up. Man, this thing's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Hopefully I have enough room over here. There's the legend himself right there. There's quite a bit of room in here. So it'll be perfect for setting up a secondary tent. Look at all that beautiful snow out there. There's a picnic table, look at that. Quite a bit of snow. The first tent we got that we're gonna put in here is an insulated tent. This is the Crua Duo. So I think this is the Cola inner tent. And I've used this a lot. A lot of you guys have seen it and it's really nice, really nice. So we'll see how an insulated tent does inside an insulated tent. Let's get her pumped up quick. Look at that. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. Look at that. It gets really dark in there, you guys. So I might have to slide it over a little bit to kind of configure a little more space in here because it is kind of taking up quite a bit. That's pretty cool though. Plenty of headroom. We got insulated tent inside of an insulated tent. Should we add one more? One more insulated tent? All right, let's do it. Okay, there that one is. Look at that. So there's another insulated tent. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of like a little mini, I don't know, coffin kind of. I don't really like calling it that, but it's like a little cozy little den. All right, let's shove it inside this one. We'll just shove it in there. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. It's perfect. I can't even see. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys, can you see me? Here, let me turn on the light. There we go. All right, we're in. I don't know about this. This is interesting. Obviously my feet are where my head should be, so I'll have to crawl in the opposite direction next time. Well, we have quite a bit of room in here. These sides actually open up. It looks like you can see outside. Well, actually we can see into the next tent. There it is. So we're insulated inside an insulated tent. We're triple insulated. It's super quiet in here too. Listen, do you hear anything? I just hear my heartbeat. No, which can be kind of creepy sometimes. No, all right, let's clear out. All right, let's crawl out of here. Oh, it's so dark in there. That's crazy. That is cool. So we got an insulated tent inside an insulated tent inside an insulated tent. Has anybody else done that? I'd like to know. If anybody else has tried this, let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you're ever using a propane heater like this, a Mr. Buddy heater, and you're not using just a 1 pound cylinder, and you're using one of these hoses, they recommend that you put a filter on. Because what happens with a lot of these hoses is they'll leach oils through and it'll clog up your system. So they're not very expensive. They're pretty cheap. It's just a little filter. Mr. Buddy sells them, so you can always pick them up. Just one of those added like safety precautions. You really don't want it to get all fouled up. But it's only if you're running one of these hoses from like a big tank, like a 20-pound tank like I got. I got my table and my chair this time. A little more glamping. A little more glamping than the last video. You guys may notice that I have a little bit of a cold. So last week I actually lost my voice. I could not speak at all. But now I can speak, but I got a little bit of a sniffle, you know, little sniffles going on. Got our chair. All right, look at that. That's nice. And we'll have our buddy heater over there. We're set. Brought the duck lamp this time. The bear lamp kind of broke his ear. I gotta fix him, but we've got the duck lamp. So we're good. Once again, you guys, always have a carbon monoxide detector, especially with the buddy heater. You got an open flame, you've got some carbon at least, so it's always good. This does have a low air shutoff, but you should always have 2 ways of alerting yourself. Now we gotta set up our bed, which means we gotta come into the cave here. Deep, dark cave. Hopefully my new air mattress will fit in here. So we'll roll it out. Kinda is a little wide, Okay, not sure. Okay, there we go. Heh, look at that. Take a little sponge. Just push air in there. How long is this gonna take? Well, that's how it works. You gotta put your hand over this hole. and pump it up. I think it's gonna take a little while. There it is, all pumped up. It's a nice thickness. Let's see how it feels. Oh yeah, oh that feels good. Ooh, that's nice and soft. I like that, guys. Oh, it's a little bit bigger than the solo tent. I don't know if I should open the door to kind of let it kind of fall out of it or not. I don't know. We'll just make do. I think it's gonna be comfortable. I gotta get the sleeping bag. Climb out of there. You guys see me? Coming in with my sleeping bag. Trying to army crawl. Yeah, push it back here. There we go. All right, that's pretty easy. Kind of. Okay. All right, if you guys are cozy, I'll just leave you right here. You can kind of just take a rest. That'd be great. So we got our sleeping bag in there. Looks good. So I do have another thermometer that I'm gonna use inside of here. There's a little bag right there. So I'll probably just put it inside that. And we'll be able to monitor the temperature inside here. I don't think there's any other pockets, but yeah. We'll throw it in there and we'll be able to monitor what the temp is inside